What's up, everyone? Rich Piana here. You're listening to Muscle Science and Application, so stay tuned, and soon you'll be listening to me.
Muscle performance and nutrition research reviewed daily. Real-world application tips, case studies from top professionals and athletes. You're listening to Muscle Science and Application.
We just got done there, part 2 of our interview with Rich Piana. And Rich was actually nice enough to come back on the show to give us a brief update on life after leaving Mutant and all the big things he's got coming. So, Rich, welcome back.
Hey, thanks, my man. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Always great to have you on. Sounds like there's been a little bit of a fallout after leaving Mutant. I've seen you make a couple of videos kind of sharing some insights on the truth of the supplement industry and people's expectations or unrealistic expectations, I guess, of sponsored athletes and things. Why don't you tell us what's going on there and about the truth you've been trying to spread?
Yeah, I was trying to, be a little subtle about what I was trying to say, but people didn't get the subtleness, so I had to just come out and say it. And the crazy thing is, some people still don't get it. I gotta pound it into their heads, It's mind-boggling to me how people are. A lot of people are just, don't really understand what marketing is, how it works, what a commercial exactly is. Like, a commercial is people being paid to sell a product. So when you see a celebrity on a commercial, they're being paid by that company to promote that product. And it's baffling to me how people actually will sit and say, yeah, but you said this, Rich. And it's like, they don't get it. They don't, and I explained what I just now said, that's what marketing is. That's what advertising is. It's paying people to promote products. And a lot of people still don't get what I'm saying. All the bodybuilders out there promoting products are being paid to promote those products. They're being paid to say they take those products. And that's what marketing is. And I swear to you, I honestly believe that 99.9% of the people out there realize this. I really honestly thought everyone knew it, but sometimes it's easily to be misled and believe because you see your favorite guy saying this or whatever, and so it's just like those infomercials at 2 a.m. that become a millionaire in a month. I think we've all at one time in our life fell for those. I know I have, and sent away for the product, and actually attempted to do whatever it was that's going to make us a millionaire in a month. We fell for it, Sure. Even though I think deep in our hearts and minds we knew that nothing's going to come easy. You have to, it always is going to take hard work. Mm-hmm. So I assume people knew the truth, but we're misled a little bit. But I found out that a lot of people really don't know the truth. If someone I look up to, like, let's say a top UFC fighter, says, hey, drink Gatorade, it gives me energy and makes me, kick someone's ass. I realize it's marketing, and I realize, he's Gatorade paid him to say this. And I'm not going to believe that if I go drink that Gatorade drink, I'm going to go be able to kick so-and-so's ass, and he more than likely doesn't drink Gatorade. He's just being paid to say he drinks Gatorade.
Sure. So it sounds like
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, it's funny. I can actually.
What are your thoughts on that?
I can actually think of a.
Because I'm seriously baffled. I need someone else's input on that, what we're talking about.
No, I can actually think of an example where I helped someone get sponsored, and I assumed that they were taking the products of the sponsor I'd hooked them up with, and then in actuality, they really weren't, and that was kind of like my first wake-up call. I'm like, oh, they were willing to take the money without the sponsor. Yeah, that's right. That is how this works. Interesting. So it sounds like that's kind of been I don't mean to say lesson learned, because obviously you were aware of it, but definitely a little bit of a falling out where, like, you didn't realize just how rampant the problem of people not understanding that was since moving on.
Yeah, I really thought that I would come out with my first video and people would be like, wow, Rich is being straight up and he's telling people how it is, and that would be it. Like, everyone would understand that, finally, a fairly popular person in the industry is actually telling the truth of the supplement industry. And I thought everyone was going to basically kind of, be like, wow, that's great. Someone actually stepped up to the plate and is actually telling people the truth. This is what every athlete is doing in every single sport there is. That's how athletes make a living. They wear their sponsors' products when they compete, when they're seen. They drink the products when they're seen. Like Olympic athletes are probably, the most underpaid athletes, and they hopefully will get a contract or get some kind of deal at the end of the Olympics, and most of them don't. Michael Phelps, he did Subway.
Yep.
So I don't know if people believe that Subway is actually the company that made him become an Olympic champion, and he won his gold medal by eating Subway sandwiches in training. I don't know if there's people out there that honestly believe that. From what I've seen, there is people out there that honestly believe that when Michael Phelps talks about Subway, they think, wow, he actually eats Subway every day, and that's what helped him attain his gold medal. And I would like to think that 99.9% of people out there realize he probably doesn't eat Subway. That's just what he's doing. That's how he's making money.
So just out of curiosity, it sounds like, a big motivation for you moving on from Mutant was just, recognizing that you had some cool stuff to bring to the table and do your own thing. But was any of this part of your motivation? Did you feel at all like you were having to too much, I guess, represent something that you just were like, I don't do this all the time. I don't take their products all the time. It's not the difference maker for me, so I need to just kind of branch out and do something a little more pure to me, or not necessarily?
I did take their products, and I even said it in most of the videos that I get lazy, and I always made it clear that food is the best route, but I'm lazy. And I did plenty of cooking videos where I'm supposed to talk about, modifications of the product. And I did one with like Greek yogurt, and it was a big hit and everyone loved it. It's mixing Greek yogurt with whey protein powder and making like a chocolate mousse. And it's something I truly did, and I truly did on a regular basis. And the reason being is because it was out of pure laziness of me not taking the time to cook 12 egg whites, and a cup of oatmeal, or 2 chicken breasts and a cup of rice. It was pure laziness. And the thing is that, I had my days as a competitive bodybuilder, and in those days I did whatever it took to be a champion, and I really burned myself out. I just got so burned out on the sport because I literally killed myself for 20 years, and never really getting back what I put in. For me, it just kind of burned me out as far as putting everything into a sport. So I was not willing any longer to put everything in, to the sport. I was just willing, to do what it took to, be happy with the way I look, the way I feel, so on and so forth. So, I did use the products, and it was out of pure laziness of, it's a lot easier to make a shake than it is, to cook a meal. Basically, what I'm preaching to people is I'm letting them know the best scenario to reach your goals, and not everyone's willing to put in that much effort. Not everyone wants to be, a champion bodybuilder. They just want to improve upon themselves. And if that's the case, then, it's fine. It's fine to do this or do that, or, shortcuts or easier routes, or, there's all kinds of, different scenarios and different solutions. But basically, with my new product line, I'm basically telling everyone the best possible scenario. The best possible scenario, as everyone knows, is, I hope they realize, is to eat, real food, good food, and not replace it with powders, weight gainers or protein powders. That's the best scenario. Now, what I get from a lot of people is, well, I can't eat that much food, and shouldn't be in your vocabulary if you have goals.
Gotcha.
But anyway.
So to me, it's definitely a big 5%er move, as you would call it, to branch away from Mutant when everything's going so well. And it's something I really respect. Actually, we just had Elliot Hulse, I don't know if you're familiar with his YouTube channel, but had him on the show recently, and he's getting 1,500 new subscribers a day for a Q&A series he has, and he wants to make some changes in the way he puts content out and stuff, so he's walking away from it, and everyone can't understand. He's just doing it because he feels it's right for him, and it seems like that's exactly what you're doing here. And so maybe you can just quickly give us a couple teasers on, maybe a product launch date, where people will be able to find your stuff when it comes out.
Yeah, I mean, it's in production right now. It'll be ready, what I'm told, in 4 to 5 weeks. Everything is going perfectly as planned. The supplements I'm coming out with is not going to give you 100% advantage. And I know everybody in the world is always looking for the secret. If you see a 22-year-old kid driving a Lamborghini, he found some secret that I haven't found. No, he's working his ass off, and he earn that Lamborghini, or he must have a rich family and, he must have money in his family. And, there's always every reason why this person is doing better than me. The truth is, the answer is always going to be hard work in every area of life. No matter what it is you're trying to attain, it's always going to be hard work. And a good example I like to use is no matter what you choose to be in life, you're going to have to work hard. Even if you decide to be a bank robber, you still have to work hard at robbing banks. It's not something that's easy. You have to get the radios, you have to know the broadcast, you have to know where the bank is, where the police station is, where the closest freeway is. Maybe you have to set up something on the other side of town that's going on that gets the police to go over there. You have to know what time the money is being delivered. You have to have a crew. Everyone in the crew has a job. You have to know how to break in the safe. So I just want to make it clear that there is no easy way. It's all hard work. And I just want people to understand that there's no way in the world I'm going to sit and claim that this supplement I'm coming out with is going to be the new, it's going to turn you into a champion. Just take my supplement. No. Eating real food is probably going to give you more gains than just adding my supplement. If you're eating 3 meals a day and drinking 3 shakes and you add 3 meals on top of that, and now you're eating 6 meals a day, and you add my supplements in, honestly, those 3 extra meals a day will probably give you a larger percentage of gains than my supplement's going to. I'm just trying to be completely honest with everyone so they understand the reality of life. The most important aspect is eating. Now, obviously, I'm assuming on a natural level, there's drugs involved, there's people that take this and take that. And a lot of people like to believe, well, that's the answer. If you just take a shot of this, you become a champion. And, everything gives you a little bit more of an edge. Taking drugs rather than not taking drugs is going to give you an edge. Training 2 to 3 hours a day, super intense, is going to give you more of an edge than training 45 minutes a day. Knowledge of training, knowledge of your body, knowing how to get that intense pump right away and keep that intense pump the whole workout, as opposed to someone who doesn't even know what a pump is a huge, huge, huge benefit. Mm-hmm. There's so many little things that all give a certain percentage, that will create a champion. There is no one easy way out, which is what everybody is searching for. Sure.
No, I think it's just goes to show that the key is to find something that you truly love and are inspired and passionate to do, and then that way, when it's still hard work, it just doesn't quite feel to that extent to you because you're doing what you're meant to be doing. Cool. Well, thanks again, Rich, for coming on and giving us an update. We'll look forward here. It sounds like a late April or early May launch of your product.
Products. Yeah, I'm coming out with 2 products. I have other ones that are in the making. One of the 2 products I'm most excited about. It's something different. It's a different way of thinking. Is bringing something somewhat new to the table. When I introduce it, people will be like, wow, this actually makes a lot of sense. So that product I'm very, very excited about. The other product is something that's already been done and I'm just making it better. Mm-hmm. So I'm not as excited about that because, I don't really like putting stuff that's already out there. It's not something I am excited about, but it's something that I think needed to be done because I've had problems finding things that I like in that area. Sure. Personally, I've tried different products and, I've had problems finding things that I particularly like. So I felt like it needed to be done. But, one of the 2 products is something that really hasn't ever been done. And it's something that I'm excited about. And it's a whole different way of thinking as far as the body, building muscle, repairing the body, and so on and so forth. It's a whole different mentality. And, a lot of times we get stuck in ruts and, we continue to believe, what we were taught 30 years ago. And we don't ever steer away looking for a better way. We just keep thinking this is the best route. We have yet to think of a better way. We're still kind of doing things pretty much the same way, which I've questioned for 10 years. Now I'm actually coming out and putting something out there that, is like, here it is. I'm sure other people have questioned the same thing. And when it comes out, they'll be like, oh yeah, this no brainer, hello, mm-hmm. So I'm excited about that product. And that's kind of what I've been, that's what most of my marketing has been towards that product, is just kind of letting people know that, you need to eat, add this product in, and there you go. The best possible scenario. If you're a natural bodybuilder, stay natural. If you're going to take steroids, growth hormone, insulin, keep taking steroids, growth hormone, insulin.
Yep.
Doesn't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's your personal choice.
Awesome. Well, we'll look forward to that. It sounds like a 5%er product is coming right up. So 5%ers, get ready. And thanks, Rich, for coming on and sharing. And
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. And I know I went on a little rant, but some things blow my mind.
Yep. No, it's all good. Very good info for the listeners to hear. And we
Right,
thank you
thanks,
for sharing.
Man. All right, my man. Have a good night. Thanks a lot for having me.
Thanks, you too. Hey guys, Muscle Science and Application t-shirts are now free when you order from PR Products. Our flagship product, the Recover Roller, is a high-density sports massage roller used by NFL football players, elite powerlifters, and bodybuilders around the world. You can custom embroider your roller with your logo, name, and choose any color for it that you want. Get all the info about this free t-shirt offer at appliedmusclescience.com/shirt.
Thanks for listening to Muscle, Science, and Application. We'll be back tomorrow. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review on iTunes. Find us at appliedmusclescience.com.